A very warm welcome to all. Today, I, KHANNA, a legal intern under LEXIS and Company, am here to explain my topic, taxation in India. Now, this particular video is the part 2 of this topic. Before we move forward with part 2 video, let us first revise what we understood in part 1 of this topic. Now, in the previous video, I explained that taxes in India are levied by the central government and state governments, and in some areas by the municipal corporation as well. The authority to levy a tax has been derived from the Constitution of India under Article 246, which distributes legislative powers, including taxation between the Parliament and the state legislature under Schedule 7 in the form of state list, union list, and concurrent list. Further, I explained what is the meaning of tax. Tax in general is the imposition of financial charges upon an individual or company by the government of India or the respective state or similar other functional equivalents in a state. Further, we talked about two types of taxes. First is direct tax and second is indirect tax. Direct tax are the taxes which are levied directly on the income of individuals or organizations, while indirect tax while in the and direct tax are in the form of income tax, corporate tax, inheritance tax, or wealth tax, while indirect taxes are those which are paid by the consumers when they buy goods and services. They are in the form of excise and custom duties. Now, further, I explained. Then I further explained list of direct taxes in India, that are income tax, corporate tax, and wealth tax, where I explained that income tax is the most common and most important tax that an Indian must pay. It is charged directly on the income of the person. Further, I explained heads of income. After which I explained corporate tax, which is levied on the companies who exist as separate entities from their shareholders. Now let's continue with today's video. So as I explained in the previous video about corporate tax, further, under corporate tax, foreign companies are also taxed on the income that arises or is deemed to arise in India. It is charged on royalties, interest, gain from sale of capital assets which are located in India, fees for technical services, and dividends as well. It includes minimum alternative tax, which is also known as MAT, which was introduced to bring zero tax companies under the income tax net, whose accounts were made in accordance with the Companies Act. It also includes fringe benefit tax, FBT, which is a tax that companies pay on the fringe benefits which are provided or deemed to have been provided to the employees. It also includes dividend distribution tax, DDT, which is a tax levied on any amount declared, distributed, or paid as dividend by any domestic company. International companies are exempt from this tax. It also includes the Securities Transaction Tax, STT, which is a tax levied on the taxable securities transactions. There is no such surcharge applicable on this. Rates for the domestic companies, the corporate tax for domestic companies is 30%. If company does not have any income of over rupees 1 crore, then it does not have to pay any corporate income tax. Further, for international companies, if the earning is less than 1 crore rupees, a corporate tax of 41.2% is applicable, inclusive of 40% basic tax and an education cess of 3%. Further, let's talk about wealth tax. Wealth tax is charged on the benefits derived from property ownership. The same property will be taxed every year on its current market value. Wealth tax is charged whether the property is earning income or not. The tax is levied on individuals, HUFs, and companies alike. The following will not be taxed as they are working assets. Assets held in stock in trade, property held as a commercial complex, gold deposit bonds, house property held for business or profession, house property let out over 300 days in a year. Further, capital gains tax is taxed on the income derived from the sale of assets or investment. Capital investment cover homes, farm, businesses, works of art, etc. Now, let us understand the list of indirect taxes in India. Custom duty, excise duty, service tax, sales tax, value added tax, security transaction tax, octroi duty, entertainment tax, and many others. Thank you so much. That is all for today's video for this topic.